Hey y'all, this video is really gonna be about something that I saw on Twitter, because outside of me doing these videos, I'm always scrolling through Twitter seeing what it is that people need help with the most, and I think it's important for me to talk about styling tools. I know when I first started out, I wasn't sure what I was supposed to be using to comb my hair and all that, and one thing I found is that a lot of people have this obsession with Denman brushes. I'm not a big fan of Denman brushes. If y'all can hear that noise, it's the dishwasher going, but I'm not a big fan of Denman brushes, and I'm kind of just going to show you guys what I use, what I think are the basic tools that y'all need to have no matter where you are. If your hair is out, these are things that you need to have in your collection at all times to make sure that you can style your hair and do everything that you need to it. So before I go any further, if you want to learn more about natural hair, type 4 hair, type 4A hair, if you have that kind of hair type, because that's the hair type that I have, then go ahead and hit the subscription button, and I'll be continuing to put out more videos that are educational so that y'all know what y'all should be doing as the basics of taking care of your natural hair. So let's get into this. A lot of these things that I'm going to show you guys are items that you can buy at your local beauty supply store, or you can find it at Sally's. Sally's is actually one of my favorite retailers when it comes to hair products and hair tools, because not only do they have a lot of options there, but they also have rewards, and the rewards program is free. You can get coupons and all kinds of stuff. And ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, sometimes I walk in Sally's and what should have cost me maybe $45 only cost me like $20. So get hip to it. All right, so this first thing is a spray bottle. Y'all may know that you can find like regular spray bottles in your Walmart or your Target, but you can find this big one, which is a mist. I don't know if y'all see that mist. This is amazing. I love this bottle. It's my favorite of all time. I've used other bottles, but the reason why I love this one is because it is a mist, and it really saturates the hair a lot better, a lot easier than just a regular spray bottle. This is a very good investment to have. They have smaller sizes, but I got a big one because I'll be using a lot of water, so we have that. Now the next thing I have in my bag is a wide tooth comb. I recently had a little bit of a conversation with somebody, and they were saying that the best thing to do when it comes to detangling your hair is to not use combs on type 4 hair. I completely disagree, and I'm going to tell y'all why in a short bit, but I'm just going to talk a little bit about this wide tooth comb. The importance of having these combs is to ensure that it is actually, for fact, wide tooth. Okay, I always encourage everybody to, at some point, try out finger detangling your hair. You'll learn so much more about how to detangle your hair by doing so, but the best thing to do to save yourself some time is use the shower comb. Detangle using tools only in the shower, because if you try to do that outside the shower, you're going to use way too much time. You're probably going to cause way too many knots and all of that. So this shower comb, I'm pretty sure you can find this at Sally's as well. It comes in a 2-pack, comes with this and another one. This one is amazing because it has a little hook. You can just hang it on wherever in the shower, and it has a specific kind of coating on it to help reduce friction, so it's a lot easier to slide through your hair when you have that conditioner in your hair in the shower. The reason why I like to use wide tooth combs, you can find this one at a beauty supply store. Honestly, I don't know where this came from. I just took it from somewhere in my house. But you can find, the reason why I like to use combs in my hair is because it keeps the hair stretched. And y'all know, type 4 hair loves to shrink up. So when it keeps the hair stretched, it makes it a lot easier to keep all of the knots, the place that you kept detangled, at the same level. That way you can easily work your way up, and you're not going to have things shrinking this way, things shrinking that way, which is what Denman brushes tend to do. And I only recommend that people use Denman brushes on their type 4 hair if you're trying to get some definition. But sweetheart, I'm telling you, you don't really need a Denman brush to get definition in your hair. You can really just use your hands, and I'll link my wash and go video to show y'all exactly how I do it with just my hands, step by step, somewhere in the corner somewhere. All right, next thing up is a brush. Not just any kind of brush. I know a lot of y'all love to get those wave brushes, right? But I'm gonna show y'all this brush because there's a reason why I like this brush. This brush has boar bristles at 2 different levels. I don't know if you can see that. There's like this taller one, and then there's shorter ones. So you can see like right here, and then it kind of gets thicker right here. There's 2 different levels. The reason why I like this brush is because it's great for smoothing. When it's time to put my hair in one, y'all know if your hair is very dense, you need to use your fingers to actually separate to see your scalp. You know it's hard for some brushes to actually grip your hair and stretch it and put it in that low, slick ponytail. Brushes like these make it real easy to smooth your hair, because not only is it gripping the top layer, it's also working its way to the bottom, lower layers to really get your hair all on one accord. Same way like I said with the comb, this does a similar thing, and it's good to have a brush like this in your arsenal so that it's easy for you to brush your hair up into one, or to simply just like really get it slicked back and smooth. Now, the rest of what I'm about to show you is really just if y'all need a part, if y'all need some fancy parting. So, of course, these are all accessories. You don't absolutely need them, but if you're someone who loves clean parts and you love to slick your baby hairs and slick your edges, this is good for your edges. You can get it for like real cheap at your beauty supply store. Don't even talk about that a lot because y'all know what that is. But you have tail combs. Okay, these are great for parting. This one I would say it's good to just get a singular, like, decent part. But if you really want a clean part, get the metal and rat tail comb. These, especially if you have thick hair, like really dense hair, like how I do, it's gonna be a lot easier to get that clean, straight part. Y'all see how small that part is? That's because I use this. This is good for that. I would not recommend using this comb to comb through your hair, and I would only recommend using this comb to comb through your hair if you're looking to if your hair is already stretching, you're trying to straighten it. This one's great because it has this little beam here for parting, but I usually use this for parting. And the last two tools I should say, in my arsenal is a pick for when I need to kind of fluff my roots, but you don't absolutely need it. You can use your wide tooth comb to pick it out, to kind of fluff it out, and a good pair of hair shears. The cheaper you go with these, the more you're gonna have to replace them. So ladies and gentlemen, go invest in a good pair of hair shears. This will ensure that you can keep your hair up between your trims. Me, I don't really get trims religiously, which is a bad habit, but I need to improve that. This is something that I bought at Sally's. You can find a ton of them at Sally's. They have a lot of them behind the counter, and sometimes you really just have to ask them to unlock it for you to be able to get the ones that you want. They have a lot of different kinds. This one, I believe I paid $16 for it, and it lasts a pretty long time. Best way to take care of this is to make sure that you're keeping some kind of lubrication in between the blades, and you're not keeping it in water so that the blades don't dull. Do not use listen to me and listen to me good. Do not use regular scissors on your hair. You're going to dull your hair, you're going to cause more split ends, and that is not what that is for. Regular scissors are not sharp enough to cut your hair. The cuticle needs hair shears. So get a good pair and use them. Don't use regular ones, okay? That's all for tools, and I kind of want to, I don't know if that was helpful, like leave a comment below, leave me a like, subscribe. I'm gonna kind of go into some other spiels that I want to just talk about real quick. So if that's all you wanted to see, you can end the video here, but I'm gonna keep talking a little bit. So when it comes to detangling your hair, you want to make sure that you are giving your hair enough water and you are giving your hair enough conditioner. Use a cheap conditioner to detangle your hair. Do not waste your good deep conditioners on detangling your hair, because y'all know these deep conditioners cost money, okay? They cost money. And you don't want to waste all your good money on some knots. Next thing, when you have type 4 hair, it is best to keep your hair stretched. I can't say this, I can't express this enough. Keep your hair stretched. The way I like to do this is actually my hair after I've washed it. The days after I wash it, I wear it in some 2 low buns because this keeps my hair stretched and it allows me to style my hair a lot easier. I don't end up with as much tangles. I don't have to worry about as much knots. And the way that I like to make sure that, in the shower before I even grab my wide tooth comb and start to run it through it, what I like to do is just separate my hair in half and work the water in and separate the sections and make those sections as the way that I would like them to be. Each time I go through a section, I am not only making sure the water is working into it, but I'm also kind of finger detangling it. It's almost like a pre-detangle before I even put the conditioner into my hair, so that I'm separating the strands so that I don't run into a whole bunch of issues. And I'm not really working all the way up to my root. I'm just working up enough to where I'm getting close to the root, but not quite. And then the next thing I do is I'll put the cheap conditioner in my hair, let it sit in there, and bantu knot it, and then just keep going all the way throughout. It's really good to make sure that you stretch your hair out with the water first. The reason why is because y'all know when your hair is dry, it shrinks up. Why? Because it's losing the water. The water is what helps to stretch your curls out. So you want to make sure you're putting as much water as possible into your curls when it's time to detangle, so that it makes it so much easier for you to detangle your hair. You do not want to do anything that is going to cause more harm than good. And so the most logical, the just basic understanding behind this is put as much water in your hair as possible so it can stretch out, it can relax itself, it can loosen up some. Then you go ahead and you start adding in the conditioner so that it can give you that slip that you need to detangle your hair. So detangling your hair, water, add a product that has a ton of slip in it, then you grab your tools and start to detangle through from the ends all the way to your root. When it comes to using detangling anything, or if you're using a cheap conditioner, don't really start at the ends, because the cheap conditioners like to slip right through your hair. So start from like the middle of wherever that section is and work it towards the ends, really work it in the ends, bantu knot that, keep going. And then come back to it and start to detangle, because by then it has penetrated through the hair enough and it has worked its way and gotten real nice and slathered onto those strands, distributed really well on those strands, so that by the time you come back to it to come detangle it, it already has enough on all of the strands that you need to detangle. Hopefully this was helpful. This little lash spiel was helpful. Let me know if that was helpful as well in the comments below. If you'd like to keep up with me, I go by Indian Live on everything. So if you have any questions, any concerns, any of anything, and you just want to chat, feel free to DM me or feel free to chat with me, especially on Twitter. I'm always on Twitter. You guys can hit me up on there. And if this video is helpful, share it with a friend. Please, please, please subscribe, because I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and I'd be very, very grateful if you subscribe to this video after watching this video. So that's all I have to say. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.